All right. Good evening. Again, I have this logic which came to me just now, and I want to post out, give this information to residents on other planets which are going through these situations. Thank you, ma'am. Uh, and thank you for these concepts, ma'am. Black Canary of Birds of Prey, maybe, and DC, just like I am. I am also Nightwing here on this planet. But your situation with what you are hearing in these dimensions of the United States, Reagan, also under the Trump administration, but as a senator, I think, in Florida, is his position, Mr. Robert, is it Robert F. Kennedy Jr.? Uh, this situation with not radioactive shrimp, but with saying that it is not necessary to provide vaccines anymore for how many of these throughout history. Also, I would think are supposed to be provided. Logically, would be thinking the CDC. I don't know because it sounds like even one of them I felt, even though I don't know the names of them, I cannot recall them. One of them is what, tuberculosis? Is it? Uh, but one of them is actually one that we require and know that can have a resurgence if we don't have a vaccine for it, which is are such that we get and are required to from when we're born, aren't they? As immunization shots or what have you, I don't know. Saying that there's what, almost like what? There's like at least 6 to 8 of them that as the state of Florida positionally an official wants to remove as required to provide you as a resident as the government. Okay, now you're thinking I might die as a resident of this state, and maybe I need to move to another planet now in order to not die of measles or something. Uh, yeah, I don't know this stuff, and you can't come at me with you don't know that that's not one of them or whatever. So what? Is that something you're supposed to remove or put out to the public in order to create pandemonium at all? No. You make mention of any of these at all in terms of saying we're going to remove it as the government in terms of providing it to you as required. What would you be thinking as a resident? What else would you be thinking? Be thinking, holy shit, this is fucking scary. I'm gonna die of some disease from like 2,000 years ago or whatever, or 200 years ago. I can't get the range down. I'm sorry. I don't know my history when it comes to pandemics and them decimating populations. And as the government now wanting to remove their providing of you being able to avoid dying from them. So my point is, don't run to a planet where, like here, firstly thinking that as a requirement you're supposed to conduct formalization activities at the same time, and you don't want to still. What would be representative of the residents' sentiment now? Firstly, your concern is not dying of some disease from 800 years ago, isn't it? My idea is go to your positives now, pull them out. You'd be doing that for the sake of thinking that these are people who are going to provide me with vaccines for atrocity level viruses which have existed up until now, firstly, so I don't die from them or like have my limbs fall off like leprosy or turn into a zombie or whatever, because now you are seeing indicators of radioactive shrimp and what have you. Are you going to get contaminated also by your government? Your government officials are now radioactive. not Latin active activity. That's two things, homie. That's not sounding real good, Holmes. You know, carnal, you better find some new vecinos, Holmes. I think. But they gotta be your positives. Why is that? I said, wouldn't they be in their right minds to provide you with vaccines now? And look, they have to construct a hospital for your government's first global government's hospital, right? Where its capital is going to be, and then your formalization leader is who, and where are you guys going to decide to put it? Your planet's capital. Things like this. I mean, in actuality, right? We can't all be thinking we have to move. We also have to be thinking, let's save our own planet and pull out our positives and then become one of them even. I don't know. Are you having any concern for your own planet at all? Do you? Ask yourself. That's what I do. I mean, like, I check myself. Do I need to really? No. I know where I'm at. That's why I'm doing this shit. But what? I had to move from my planet. It's what? It's for my own life, ultimately. And what? I'm saying I have the same position when it comes to towards the residents of a planet. I am its chancellor. What are my concerns? The same as any other president or, prime minister. That's what they do. Do you see that in your formalization leader? If it's not all there, you're going to have this situation where it's like, oh my God, these possibilities of this and that are not there. Now I feel depressed and like I don't want to live here. You'll have shit like this. That's why you voice your opinion or your position on who you want as your leader and vote. And know your shit. All this stuff, start paying attention to it if you're not. It's not just like being this like pencil neck stick up the ass or whatever. It's actually to fucking live normally. Alright, so like I'll stop being mad and shit, but back to formality. Okay, so sirs and ma'ams of the planets concerned with this situation across the aggregate now. We cannot all be thinking right? I said it's not about moving all the time. Because you think, firstly, yeah, you have to, for your own, to save yourself well. If you're saving yourself from your own planet situation in terms of you don't think it's salvageable, you don't have the composite for formalization or reformalization, you do need to move. Those are the situations where outside networks provide you with assistance and move you, right? You just walk out there or drive out there and you end up somewhere else. True. And then in actuality, it's happening for you all the time. But now, for situations, in order to like maintain your continuity in terms of your assets, you're trying to acquire them and all of that. And then you end up with like minds coming together, wanting, and then becoming a group that actually is of RFPs or FPs. And then you actually on the front side do the work. I mean, over here, what am I saying? I'm not seeing any indicators that anybody's going to move here officially with the okay from a resident application. But firstly, it's to be recruited by me as an FP. Nobody's doing that. I have continued on in my train of thought as I'm going to live by myself with K and do all of this activity with 10 leagues and mantling without any neighbors, and I'm going to enjoy life just like anybody else, what am I missing? Nothing. Oh, continuous level 1 relationships, yes. But I can at least meet you once, you know what I mean, honey? So what? I don't even care. So that's my life, unless somebody wants to live around me. And I'm gonna enjoy being Batman and Superman, and if at least 50 years from now, and then I'm already Black Widow and Gamora and Nightwing, and then Red 7S. And then I don't even have my Darth and Lord name yet. And there's 5 more leagues. And what did I just remember? Anthem. Shrike. Yeah, I'm going to go back to enjoying life now. But it's what? Out there. In addition to, okay, if you're in a situation where you think you require moving. Firstly, do you know the composite of positive and negative on your planet and whether it tells you whether or not you can formalize or reformalize? If you cannot, then it's moving, right? That dig, you just continue that one. But ultimately, you're going to be conducting formalization activities and pursuing your CLA from your PMLs on another planet, just like I am. And then your career objectives as government personnel, in addition to being league and superhero or supervillain, right? What else? Otherwise, it's what? If you actually seek coming to live and be an FP over here, it's 3-2-1ing with me, and then officially becoming an FP, and then from captains, the first 200, and then we decide on the capital. I firstly am scouting out for what? A port for sea enforcement. So that's all. That is all for now. Good evening, sirs and ma'ams.